Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Oh, woe is me. You know, I really just give up. There's no point in doing anything with my diabetes anymore. Woe is me. A lot of people feel this way. I don't feel this way. We are there to promote and to make each other feel better in caring for their diabetes. But what happens when you do become disenchanted? Stay tuned. We'll be right First of all, why do people become disenchanted with their care? It shouldn't happen, but unfortunately it does. Thinking back to my days as a teenager, I got really sort of bored. I was 15, 16. I just wanted to really be an average teenager. And this is where a lot of times young kids just sort of lose interest. It's too hard. I just want to go and I want to live my life. I don't want all these things. My friends don't have to go through it. Why do I have to go through it? It can be a really stressful time as parents. There is days where it seems like a young teenager or a young adult has given up the diabetes altogether, or they start playing games, and I know these games too well. I have seen them. I may have participated. But all of a sudden, one day I will tell you, a light will go on and they'll never look back. But how do you make sure that light goes on before a catastrophe? Losing a leg, losing an arm, going blind. These are stories I was told so often. I may not have gotten things so, how do I want to say this? So serious. I have a few different complications, but I don't waver in trying to control my blood sugar. Let's take a look now, shall we? My blood sugar is 9.5. My doctor says that's okay. He's kind of happy with doing that blood sugar. So, but kids are running around with blood sugars of 13, 14, 15. I know for a long time, personally, I had blood sugars of 20 plus. And this really isn't the best for any diabetic. I can remember the day quite well. I was upset that I couldn't keep control. Oh, it's got to be easier than this. And I made the commitment to myself, for myself. Now, that may sound a little way out there, but what I am saying is they are trying to make sure that I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for the parents. You're not doing it for your husband or wife. You are doing it for you. I've ended up in a nursing home, in a wheelchair for mobility, but that doesn't say, oh well, there ain't no reason. I can tell you one major reason why, and that is that you're going to feel so much better. Now, when young adults, we'll say older teens or young adults, start wavering in their diabetic care, the first thing people are going to say, do you want to go blind? They use the scare tactics, and that is not worth saving whatsoever. You want to make sure that you're doing it for yourself, and think how much better would you feel if you would just gain control. Human habits play a big role. Now, human habits have always been hard to break. But once you break them and once you start a new habit, they say 90 days, I believe, of doing something, you'll get into a new habit. I made it a conscious fact for 90 days I was going to do my blood sugars 4 times a day. So when I went to the doctor, I could say, see, here's my blood sugars. Do what you want with them. I did that, and it eventually got to be a habit of mine. Now, I constantly think, oh my God, I haven't taken my blood sugar. Where's my blood sugar? Oh, oh my God. And then I suddenly realize on my phone, I can get my blood sugar. Do we miss the days where I show my blood sugar? I may do that in the introductions again, just to show that care can always happen. Now, everyone, as I said in my last video, individualized care, everyone's different. And we have to be treated different. But don't talk down. Don't use scare tactics, as I said. Be how much better you'd feel and just putting in the effort. Let's start by doing one day of doing all 4 blood sugars and seeing what that story. Then we'll try 2. 3. And before you know it, 90 days goes by and the delusion may start to waver. I can remember I'd started high school and I went to a private school over on Vancouver Island. It's off an island off the coast of British Columbia here. And I got sick with the flu and ended up in the hospital. Well, there was a girl there who also was a type 1 diabetic, and she was playing the games that young diabetics can play. And the doctors pretty well said to her, you have pains in the stomach, which are more than likely coming from you not taking care of yourself. Let's come up with a game plan and see what are the reasons. So first they listed all the reasons why that girl wasn't taking care of herself, wasn't doing blood tests or urine tests, and they came up with plans to work with that. I saw some initial success, but soon after that and after leaving the care of the hospital, I lost track of her and hoping that continued on because it was like night and day. And she started to say, I feel so much better. Why didn't anyone tell me this? Well, maybe because you weren't listening. Duh. So, keeping things in mind is how are you going to convey that to your son or your daughter? Getting them aware of just taking the time, doing the blood sugar, keeping your blood sugars within normal ranges, you're going to feel so much better. Hell, to this day, I feel so much better all the time. So, you've got to be open and be honest with them. Scare tactics don't work. People have tried to use scare tactics on me. They never worked. So be aware. If you have a disenchanted child about their diabetes care, wake them up, take time, learn and grow, and develop a program that they can work on, that they have say. Doing this, saying, oh, you have to do. Think about it. When you were a kid, how often did you actually listen to your adults? Now I know better. You got to break that cycle. And you have to do it as a team. Not just one individual. It's got to be the two. And do it from a caring attitude. I've had doctors and nurses who really didn't really care. Oh yeah, you took your shot, great. But I've had others that really fulfilled and tried to help me grow as an individual. So think about that. Come up with plans that are easily worked for your son or your daughter. Let them come up with any excuse and then work out these excuses on an even keel. You may be surprised. You may help switch that light on so that they, for themselves, will start taking care of their diabetes. We'll talk to you again tomorrow. hey, tomorrow's topic will be how I survived 48 years with diabetes. Stay tuned. We'll be right back tomorrow, same time. Bye now. My email address is Mike's Diabetes World at gmail.com. All one line. Drop me